Alright, so this is completing the square. Completing the square means that you've got to put it into vertex form. You got to put your in vertex form, and what do you put it from? You put it from standard form. So how do we do that? Okay, well, let's start with a question that is in standard form, and then we'll work from there. Okay, so we've got y is equal to, and let's try a little something tougher. Let's go with 2 x squared plus 12x minus 5. Okay, first thing I'm looking for, is there a common factor? Do I see one? Nope, not at all. So let's go on. Step 1. Now, if you have your steps of success, you know exactly what you're supposed to do. If you want to pause it to go and get it, go ahead. If not, we're going to keep going. Step 1. Put brackets around the ax squared and the bx term. Step 2. Factor out what's common. Now remember, I don't want to factor out the x, I just want to factor out the coefficient. So, boom, take out that, and I get x squared plus 6x minus 5. Okay? Again, please make sure that you do not take out the extra x, because you need that x squared to make a perfect square trinomial. Now, from here, I can tell right away if I'm going to have a maximum or a minimum, if it will stretch or compress. This bad boy right here is going to tell me that. And by looking, I know it's going to open up, which means it's going to have a minimum. I know it's going to stretch. Okay. Now let's keep on going to find out the vertex. So far we have it in this form, and now I want to get it into vertex form. So let's complete the square. X squared plus 6x. So remember, we're going to take this term, the middle term, we're going to divide it by 2 and square it, which makes it plus 9, and because we've added 9, we're going to minus 9 and make it minus 5 like that. Now I'm just going to erase that little half there because we don't need it anymore. Okay, so we've got that. Now, to get that negative 9, I don't want this negative 9, I need to get it out. But in order to get it out, I got to multiply it by the outside term. So we got 2 times x squared plus 6x plus 9 minus 18 minus 5. And then we're going to complete the square, get everything done. So you got a perfect square trinomial, which is x plus 3. Remember, I'm going to take that sign, squared, minus 23. And so my vertex in this situation is negative 3 and negative 23. Don't believe me? Graph it. Check it out. You'll see that it works. Okay, so that was completing the square. Now remember, if your a value is a negative, make sure you factor out the negative, and don't forget to watch your signs all the way through. Alright? Now, this again will give you your maximum or a minimum. So think about when you're doing word problems, if they're asking you for a maximum or a minimum, what you have to do. Alright? So this is completing the square.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.